I'm going to be doing my skincare and my makeup while rambling. I have a few topics that I want to get into, I think. And I'll have some triggers here and there, but mostly it'll just be soft spoken. Unless I do like some layered sounds or something. I haven't decided yet what I want to do. If you're unfamiliar, this space is Grow Gently with Me. And I have nails now because I went out to a fancy dinner. And so I think I'll have a lot of fun with them today. I love nail sounds. Anyway, I interrupted myself. I can't resist them. Okay. The space is Grow Gently with Me, where we slowly grow together with ASMR triggers instead of overstimulation. And I softly speak while delivering easy to understand content that focuses on self-improvement, self-directed learning, and for videos like this one, kind of focuses on just like introspection, vulnerability, stuff like that. And hopefully sometime soon we'll have a community to support you. But for now, it's just me. You're doing great. So let's get into it. I think I'll try to name all of the things that I'm using. I don't know if they'll be interesting to you, but I'll do it anyway. Just in case someone's interested. That one person out there, I'm doing this for you. Okay, so I'm going to start with toner. And I'll probably look into my monitor for my mirror. You hear that? But I'm using a bunch of Korean stuff because I used to live in Korea. I taught English in Korea for 2 years. But this is the pyunkang Yul Essence Toner. It's not going to focus, is it? That's okay. We don't need you to focus. Maybe if I use reverse psychology on it, it'll figure it out. But yeah, so while I was over there, I fell in love with Korean skincare and Korean makeup. Some Japanese stuff too, but mostly Korean stuff because I was in Korea. And they had a super easy to use online shopping marketplace called G Market, I think. And I had disposable income. And I tried out a bunch of stuff. A lot of their stuff, like drugstore stuff, was relatively inexpensive. And so that was nice. I wonder if you can hear this on my face. But I don't know if anybody's ever heard of the like 7-layer method of toner, but this one was recommended for that, and basically you apply like 7 layers of it. I don't think I'll be doing 7 today, but I'll be doing a few. It really helps to moisturize your skin, and my skin's pretty dry right now. But I went to Korea like, I don't know, more than 10 years ago now. And like I said, I taught English there for 2 years, and it was the best. I met a bunch of really cool people there. I had a lot of fun. I learned a lot of stuff about myself and like about the world. Previously, I hadn't gone anywhere else. Like out of the country, I mean, except for it's like one Disney cruise I went on, but I don't think that really counts. We went to the Bahamas and like the Caribbean and stuff. But it's kind of like a port stop, right? So I don't think that really counts. Next, I'm going to use this mandelic acid and lactic acid liquid exfoliant from Paula's Choice. This is an AHA, an alpha hydroxy acid, and AHAs instead of BHAs, which you might be familiar from Paula's Choice, is super popular. But that's beta hydroxy acid. That's more for like oily skin, and AHAs are for dry skin. And they, even though it's an acid and it kind of seems counterintuitive, it's really good for moisturizing your skin. It increases cell turnover. I don't want to sound like an advertisement, but it increases cell turnover, and yeah, it just makes it so that you have like plumper skin, basically. That's the outcome. I'm just drying it on my face. Next, I'm going to go in with the cosrx Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence. I love this stuff. I've tried a bunch of different snail creams, and I find them all pretty moisturizing. I think there's one from cosrx that comes in like a tube. like a big tube, and that's what I have in the bathroom for right after like a shower. And that helps a lot. This is the Mary and May 6 peptide complex. Maybe. But yeah, this is my first time like using a peptide serum. I don't know if I've noticed anything, but I mix it. I tend to mix it with something. Right now, I'm just mixing it with the snail cream. I forget what peptides are supposed to do, but I do remember that you're supposed to not mix peptides with vitamin C, so I tend to do peptides at night and my vitamin C in the morning. But I haven't really been doing or keeping up with my skincare too much these days. I'm kind of been focusing on like eating breakfast. So I have a finite amount of time in the morning, right? Because I want to sleep as much as possible, and in the morning I want to focus on the things that I want to focus on, and that used to be skincare, but my priorities have changed to morning yoga, which I've talked about before. I just do a routine in bed, and that changed my life, honestly. It helps so much. I really notice when I don't do it. And it's only like 10 minutes, so I kind of just like force myself to do it, even when I'm not motivated to do it, because I know how much better I'll feel after doing it. Like, it really affects my whole day, honestly, which is wild to me. I don't know if you can hear that. But yeah, so I've been focusing on morning yoga. I've been focusing on like taking my vitamins. I've been focusing on eating breakfast and getting to work on time. So I've started slowly incorporating my skincare back into my schedule, and I'm trying to see if I can handle it all at once. So I'd like to do all of those things, but we can only do what we can do, right? I love these nails. I used to wear them a lot more often, but they're kind of a pain, you know, to like put on and stuff. I think I timed myself when I put these ones on, like, because I cut them and I make sure that the glue's all good, and then I paint them, and it took like an hour. I was like, honestly, sometimes it's relaxing and I like to do it, but I don't think it's like an often thing. I much prefer to do my makeup and relax than do my nails, because I also make typing harder, and I type a lot for my job, so I don't want that to be too much harder than it already is what I was gonna say, but typing isn't that hard. I don't know. But yeah, I just don't want to make my job harder by making it hard to type. I'm just gonna use a chapstick. I really like this one. It's just the Palmer's coconut oil formula with vitamin E. But it's like pretty moisturizing, and it smells nice, and I like that. I'm going to use this like really beat up bottle, but it's the pyunkang moisture serum, and like I normally mix this with a cream, but I don't have one here, and that's okay. I'm just gonna put some into my hand. And then after this, I would normally put on a sunscreen, depending on what time of day I would be going out. But I'm not going anywhere today. I'm just staying at home and baking cookies for Christmas. So I won't put on any today. But yeah, does doing your makeup feel relaxing to you? I love doing my makeup. I don't know, I think it's like kind of like a flow state for me, where you kind of just like get into a rhythm and don't really notice the time is passing. And it's so like second nature to me. Especially when I'm doing a look that, you know, like I've done like 100 times. Which is what I'll be doing today. Nothing too fancy. Just something relaxing for me. I'm going really hard on the ASMR triggers today, which is a little bit different from my normal videos. I say that, though I've only done like 3. But I like this kind of thing like once in a while. I think it's nice. I really love ASMR, so I hope you enjoy it too. Okay, so I'm going to start with my eyes, and I normally have an eye primer that I put on, but I'm just going to use my foundation because I ran out of eye primer. I literally had it for, I don't know, maybe more than 10 years too, but it's lasted forever. But this is what I'll be using later for my skin, but it's the Bare Skin Tone Color from I'm Mimi. Wow, nobody can read that. Come on, you can do it. No, that's fine. But it looks like this. Does it say Mimi? No, it does not. It just says I'm on it. That's okay. But yeah, I like this stuff because I don't like heavy foundations. I like really light ones, and this one's really great for that. Okay, so now we're gonna go hard into looking into my monitor as I put on my makeup. And I want my powder. Where is my powder? Oh, there it is. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish from Charlotte Tilbury, and it is shade number 2. Which, like, kind of they're all the same. I don't know, this one's like slightly darker, but I don't know if I really notice a difference. It's pretty like transparent, so. This is the Goss airbrush. I don't know if anybody remembers this brush. Like, he's got like so many other brushes now. I think he came out with like a new collection or whatever. Like for the holidays, but I don't know, these are old, but I love this brush. I had 2 of them at one point, but I do not know what happened to it. And this red spot is bothering me, so I'm just gonna cover it up. I keep getting distracted by it. I don't know if anybody else feels that way with like doing their own makeup, and like you have like a zit or something, and it's just like, I don't want to keep looking at you. So I'm just going to cover it a little bit so that I don't have to keep looking at it in the monitor. Oh, it's much better. Okay, way less distracting. So now I'm going to do my eyeshadow. Just kind of gonna do a base transition color. And just put that in my crease. I'm using the neutral palette from Natasha Denona. I got that palette when I had a really nice job and was getting paid really nice money. But now I work part-time after that really nice job burned me out. And I have way less money. So I wouldn't be able to purchase this now, but I'm glad I have it because it's lasted me for years and all the colors are really nice. Okay, and now I'm going to kind of do like a gold and like pink look. I'm going to use this NYX eyeshadow in Golden Peach and do that on the outside. It's a good sound. All right. So I'll put this on the outside. Kind of like the outer 3/4, I guess. And kind of just pack that on. I love this color. It's like I guess, yeah, it's like a golden peach. But so pretty. And then I'm going to take this Laura Mercier highlighter in Highlight 01 Matte Radiance Baked Powder. And then I'm going to put this on the inside. I have like a bunch of brushes on my desk. I got really into like Japanese brushes. And I used to buy them from this website called Seedy Japan. Before I got all these like Wayne Goss brushes. That's upside down, but it's Wayne Goss. And yeah, I love them. But they were also really expensive. Not so much like individually that expensive. Like maybe a brush was like 20 here or like 40 there. Or like the really nice ones were maybe like 80 or something, but altogether they were kind of expensive, right? And so, but I've had them for years and years and years now, so I don't purchase brushes that much anymore. Not at all in the past. Maybe like 5 years. But the Wayne Goss brushes really took me in when they came out. So I think I bought all of the eye ones and a couple of the face ones. So yeah, so I'm just going back in with the NYX Golden Peach. Just kind of like blending them together. So it kind of like makes a gradient, sort of. But yeah, nobody was really doing like super soft brushes. And then I started reading Sonia G's blog, and I think she actually came out with her own brushes in the past like 4 or 5 years, and I would like to buy them because I love her passion for brushes. She kind of got me into brushes as well, which is how I knew like which ones to purchase and stuff and which brands to get. But I don't need any more brushes, so I haven't bought any of hers. I'm kind of waiting for like a really nice set that I like maybe it's got a really pretty design or something, but nothing's really like caught my eye where I'm like, ooh, I have to have that. Like I think the Beautylish like Chikuhodo brushes that were like the blue one, or maybe this was on CD Japan like years ago, but there was this blue one that was like celestial theme. Oh, they were so beautiful, but they were too expensive. I mean, probably not that I could afford them anyway if I even like saw them now, but I haven't seen them do another design like that in a really long time. They do a lot of red. I'm not too much a fan of like red. And I think I'm gonna do maybe like a tiny bit of darkness. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Do this like kind of like dark peachy color from the Natasha Denona. This is a Chikuhodo brush. Also upside down, also blurry. But yeah, it's just like a super soft like pencil brush. But yeah, I think Sonia G started looking for brushes that weren't scratchy on her eye. And so that's how she found the Japanese ones. And they're all extremely soft. Okay, I think I like how it looks. And I'm also going to do like a light brown, like a liner. I'm looking for something to wipe this on because it is not very clean from the last time I used it. And I used black last time, and I don't want to use black this time. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to do this like warm dark brown. Just kind of in the outer corner, but this is the one of the like the Wayne Goss like eye brushes. I love this shape. It's like very thin and very short. And so you can get it like really in the lash line. I don't know if you can hear that. I wonder how many people that like ASMR test out sounds in their day-to-day life. I'm always like, ooh, that sounds good. Because I'm one of the people who listens to ASMR that actually gets like tingles. And yeah, some sounds for me are good for that and some aren't. Okay, so I think my eyes are done. I'm going to do my eyebrows. And I'm going to actually use a mirror for this. I like rummaging sounds. This mirror is one that I got in Korea. And I think it's a Japanese brand. Majolica Majorca or Majolica Majorca. I don't really know. But yeah, I'm just gonna do my eyebrows. Am I gonna do my eyebrows? You know, I'm gonna wait on my eyebrows because I want to do my foundation first. I'll put my primer on. And the primer that I have is Startup Primer, Pore Primer by Epu. Which I think is like the younger brand of Misha, which is another Korean brand. I'm actually not sure, but yeah, I'm just gonna do a little bit of primer. I don't really need this since I'm not going anywhere, but it's part of like my routine at this point, so I kind of feel like my makeup is like a little better with it. So I'm just going to do it anyway. Yeah, I kind of just do like a light layer, like all over my face. So not too much. I have this like iced chai, but from like yesterday. So there's no ice in it anymore. But I think the straw kind of sounds good. Might be too loud, I don't know. Okay, so now foundation. I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand. It's that same one that I used earlier. I'm just going to do like a pump because, like I said, I don't really like thick foundation. And I've actually been doing this thing, but it takes a lot of time, where I've been using like a makeup spatula. It was like this like trend that I saw. I'm not really on TikTok, but I think that it was on TikTok at some point. But I think I saw it in like a YouTube video or something. And I really like the way my makeup comes out with it. But like I said, it takes a long time. Because you're basically using like a makeup spatula to dip into the foundation like on the very edge, and then you put it on your face, and then you kind of like gently glide it across so that you get a very, very light layer. Yeah, it's like a super, super thin layer of foundation. And I like that it almost looks like my skin. I mean, I feel like whenever you wear makeup, it's like, it's never going to look like your skin unless it actually is your skin. Which means you don't have any makeup on, right? But when I'm doing like an actual like eye look, I like to do foundation on my skin because I feel like it brings the whole look together. But if I'm just doing like mascara or something, I don't tend to wear much foundation anyway. Okay, so I think that's done. I'm going to wipe that off before I get it everywhere, which has happened many times. And why there's foundation like all over my makeup bags. Okay, so I've got my foundation on. I think I'm going to put my powder on. So I kind of focus on the middle of my face. And I'm just going to use that airbrush again. So I do like my under eyes. And kind of like out to here. And I avoid like the outer parts of my face mostly. not being super rambly. I'm more focused on like, this is how I do my makeup versus like, let's chit chat, you know. But hopefully I'll get better with time. Once I've done my makeup like 1,000 times. Okay, now I'm going to do my eyebrows after I put more lip balm on. Okay. This is the Speedy Skinny Brow from Peripera. And it's in like a gray brown color, which I found works really well with my hair. Like my hair's not like a black color, but it's pretty dark. And I like the gray. I like the way that it looks with my natural hair color. I think that it looks the most natural. Like, see, like, you can barely tell it's like a different color from my natural eyebrow hairs. And I know that eyebrows are supposed to be siblings, not twins, but I still have trouble getting them to look similar enough. One is like always too thick. And at some point I'm just like, okay, we're just gonna live with that. But I really like the tiny little like spoolie brush that comes with it. It's so cute. Okay, that seems good enough. And then I'll do my eyelashes. I've got a eyelash primer that I've been using for years and years because I love the effect that it gives, but it's the L'Oreal Voluminous Primer. Can't see that at all. But basically it's like fibers, I think, but it makes your eyebrows or your eyelashes look white, and then you cover that with mascara. don't think you can tell too much, but you can kind of see they're like a little bit gray looking. Normally they're a lot whiter, but this is a new one, so I wonder if maybe the formula changed. I don't know. Or maybe I should just do 100 coats until they're totally white. Yeah, you can kind of see that a little bit better. That's more of what I'm used to. But yeah, I don't know if anybody else is like this. I'm sure you are. I'm sure there's more of us out there. But once I found something I've liked, it's not too often that I will try something new. Especially when I know it gives me like the same effect every time. But or at least for my my base and my mascara, I like trying new brow products actually. And I just got mascara on my upper eyelid, so I'll deal with that in a second. But yeah, it's not too often that I try out new bases. I'll try out new primers. And if I'm not satisfied with the foundation, I'll keep looking. But this one I really like. But I've been also trying the Jungsemul. I think that's her name, Semul. One for the makeup spatula technique, and I really like that one. It's like a cushion packed, and I like the way that that looks with that makeup spatula application. But lipstick, I love lipstick. I have way too much lipstick, and I love trying out new formulas. I love trying out new colors. I should probably stop, but that's one thing that I still buy. And I use Yes Style to buy all of my Korean skincare and makeup that I still purchase. That's where a lot of this stuff is from. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. And now I'm going to do a lipstick. I think I'm going to do, just wiping off my lip balm. I think I'm going to do a lip pencil. This one I've had for so long. It's they don't even make it anymore. It's Pennyroyal from Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics. Does anybody remember that brand? But I love this color. It's like a warm brown. And I think that it's a really good nude color for me. I find that it's so hard to get a color that I like on my lips, for a nudish color. And this one I really like. But on top of that, I'm gonna do this peripera mood something. Mood the glowy tint. Mood glowy tint. I'm reading the Korean because it doesn't say what it's called in English. Oh, what color is this? This is, I think this was a limited edition. Oh no, it does say it in English. I'm a fool. Ink Mood Glowy Tint. But it's number 13. I don't know what that says, but it's number 13. Do I like that? I think so. Maybe a little bit dark. That's okay. I'm gonna add some blush and some highlight. I've got this blush palette from Tarte from ages ago. Are you sensing a theme here for my makeup? I don't know what it's called. There is no name anywhere, and I don't know what the shades are called, but it looks like this. It's very pretty. But I think I'm gonna use this like middle like nude color mixed with some of the pink. Let's see what that looks like. Got this like suku brush that everybody was raving about for years. Can you even read that? Suku, but it's S-U-Q-Q-U. But it's very, very soft. Layering this scary pink blush on top. This like bubblegummy like pink kind of scares me because I'm not really like a cool toned person. Okay. Just double check in the mirror that I don't look like a fool in real life. Because I feel like sometimes the like camera makeup looks a bit different than real life makeup. And then I'm going to use this like limited edition that I've also had for years and years and years though, palette from Tom Ford, which I had when I was obsessed with Tom Ford because Temptalia was obsessed with Tom Ford. And so I bought a bunch of stuff when I had a nice job, and it's the Pink Glow Eye and Cheek Compact. So it looks like this, but the colors are so pretty. Oh. But I'm going to use this like, it's actually pretty similar to the eyeshadow that I used earlier. It's like a peachy gold color, but I'm going to use that as my highlight. And I'm going to do it with this Wayne Goss fan brush. I guess it's more of a blush than a highlight, but it is very glowy. Oh, and I got a piece of glitter on me. I am not a fan of glitter. I don't like it. I like it on the eyes, but not like on the cheeks. I'm just gonna put some on like the brow bone. Yeah, glowy. I don't know if you can tell. I bet you can tell in person. It's nice. Yay. And then I just like adding more products, okay? And then I'm going to use this also limited edition Dreamy Glow Highlighter Eliminating Youth Powder from Charlotte Tilbury and the Norman Parkinson collection. But yeah. It's really pretty. It's this like really light, like pinky gold color. Kind of hard to see. Where did my mirror go? Oh, I closed it. When I wasn't ready. No, the glitter piece is back. How could you let this happen? Okay, it's gone now. I protected us both, okay? I think the kids don't use highlighter as much now, but I remember when everyone was like obsessed with it. And they would give you, how many ounces is this? Like 5? Tell me how many ounces you are. Oh, it's not even 5 ounces. It's 0.42 ounces. But it's like impossible. I've never like hit pan on this thing. But I also have like so many other highlighters. But yeah, I don't know how anybody would hit pan unless they only had one highlighter that they use like every day. Which is not me. I actually don't do my makeup for like work or anything like that. I just go like in my glasses. Because it's simple. I get to sleep longer. And I get to do all those other routine things that I wouldn't have time for if I spent my time on makeup. I used to do my makeup every day for work when I was a lot younger. But I don't anymore because it's not a priority to me. I think I'm done. But that's my makeup look. That's not what people say. I don't know what people say. But yeah, put my hair down. But yeah, my hair's like wavy. I wouldn't say it's like curly because it's not like curly, but it's definitely like a wavy-ish curl pattern. You can't really see it because it's like so dark. And I'm wearing like a black sweatshirt, right? But giving myself volume on top of my head so that my hair doesn't look flat like a helmet. But yeah, and that's today's look. Maybe I'll stay a little bit longer and do some more triggers and maybe talk about some other stuff. I don't know, let me think about what I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, who out there likes astrology? I feel like there's like two types of people, right? People who like astrology and people who are like, I hate astrology. I like astrology, but I see it as a tool for introspection rather than something that I'm like, oh, my destiny's like written in the stars or whatever. I see it as something that you can like resonate with, where it's like, oh yeah, that does sound like me. Like, how can I make sure to stop doing that like bad habit, or like if it's like, this is your like success period or whatever, this is your 3 months of abundance. I think that you can see that and use it as like motivation, where it's like, oh, okay, like maybe this is my 3 months of abundance. All right, like let's lean into that. But if you're not feeling particularly abundant, then it doesn't resonate with you, and that's okay. But I love reading. I have 3 astrology apps that I found and my friends introduced me to. One is CoStar. I like that one because you can add friends and it tells you like silly little things like, you and your friend are enemies today, or like, you and your friend are particularly attuned today. You're like little mushrooms in a wooded forest. I just love that stuff. I screenshot it and send it to my friends because I think it's cute. And so that one's fun. I also like the pattern. I think that one's more for adding friends and then too engrossed in the sounds. Adding friends and seeing what your bonds are like. So it's like, oh, you might have these patterns, right? The app's called the pattern. You might have these patterns or habits that you do with this type of person or whatever, with this person. And then if it resonates, then you can be like, oh yeah, maybe I do that. Like, how do we overcome that? Or how can I like keep myself in check, right? But you can do it for romantic bonds and for like platonic, like friend bonds. And so it's really fun to see those, because some of them are like, you have a karmic link bond where you are past life lovers. I don't know, I think that's fun. It's just like, it's just fun, you know? I take what resonates and leave the rest. And then the other one is spelled Chani, and I think you pronounce it like Hani or Hana, but her name is Hani Nicholas, and she wrote a really good book that I like called You Were Born for This. I think before she came out with her app. And yeah, I started with like a 30-day free trial, and then I kept paying for it because I like it. I think I'm gonna stop after this last month because I want to see, there's a section that goes through like your year, and she hasn't come out with the 2025 ones yet. And so I kind of just want to see what she has in store, or what she thinks there is in store for my year ahead, you know. And yeah, I think her birth chart descriptions are a lot more extensive than those other apps. And I think the free version is like worth it. I wouldn't say like pay for it, but she also has for people who are into that, like guided meditations, like rituals, and like journal prompts. I don't really use any of those things, but I did do one of the guided meditations as I was like falling asleep the other night, and that was really nice actually. Kind of like ASMR, but there's not like any triggers. It's just like, you know, she's just like softly, slowly speaking. Yeah, that app is really extensive. I think it's like $12 a month though, so I don't know if it's worth it for me in particular, but you know, you might like it. There's not any like friends or anything like bond related on that one though. It's more like self stuff. But I like the aesthetic of that one. I think that like the team, like culture seems really cool too. I've seen some of her like job ads, and I think everybody starts with like almost knocked over my ice chai. I think everybody starts with like 80K, which is awesome. But I don't know what it's like to work for her, but every time a new job comes up, I'm like, I'm not qualified for this. But my second thought is, but what if I was? That would be cool. But yeah, I like reading those like every day because there's a new like little blurb for the day. Something to chew on. Also recently found Alice Sparkly Cat. They're so cool. I think I'm going to subscribe to one of the things that they have where you get zines, I think like twice a month or once a month or something, for like $6, I think. And I just really like their style of astrology. They have this book called Post-Colonial Astrology that I'm excited to read, where it's like through the lens of like colonization and like capitalism and stuff. I'm very excited to read that because I feel like a lot of contemporary astrology doesn't really like take that into account. And so, yeah, reading their blog was very cool. Also learned about Ba-shi. I really don't know if that's how you say it. It's like Chinese astrology. Maybe it's not astrology, but it's like your day stem and your day master is one of the things that you can like identify with, like your sign, I guess. But there's one for like different pillars based on your birthplace and time. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, that and like MBTI, which is like the ESFJ or INFP or whatever. It's just like personality tests, right? I just love that to like get myself thinking. I love introspection. I'm an introvert and I spend a lot of time alone. And I just like thinking. Think about how to make myself better, how to make the world better, how to have better relationships with my friends, my partners. I actually struggle a lot with like frustration and anger, but I've gotten a lot better over the years. Which I attribute to my long-term partner's influence. He is very patient. I am very impatient. More patient these days. I'll give myself some credit for that. But took a long time to get here, and I still work on it every day. Kind of like a roller coaster, but with an upward trend. But yeah, I'd love to hear if you're interested in astrology, Korean skincare, or makeup. Any special interests you may have. I don't remember what else we talked about. Oh, if you do ASMR triggers for yourself inside your own home or outside your own home. I don't really go to that many like stores to do like triggers for myself like inside a store or anything, but I probably would if I went to more stores. But do you do that? Do you do that for yourself? I'd love to know. Yeah, I hope this video was helpful. I hope you learned a little bit more about me, if you wanted to, or maybe how to do your makeup. Who knows? But I'd love to hear from you if you did. But I think I'm gonna end it here. It was fun to chit chat and hang out with you. and I will see you in the next video, which I think is still going to be Monday. And if you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays otherwise, or Happy Winter, or Summer if you're in a different hemisphere. All in all, I hope you have a good time zone. And I will see you next time.